been a while. Back in the win column after 2.5 years or so. I mean, just give an idea what the feeling's like right now.
You know, it's exciting. There's really no words for me right now. I guess I'm just really proud of myself to get back out there and prove some things to myself. You know, I mean, like you said, I've had a hard comeback. I've just been climbing one mountain after the other, and it just felt like I couldn't catch a break. So to just kind of get back out there and get my hand raised, I mean, self-accomplishment for myself right now.
Yeah. I mean, we know what you've gone through in the cage, outside of the cage, but I mean, even the results, I mean, you're talking top-level competition. I mean, two of the absolute best in the sport. Do you feel like people maybe, like, over-discounted or didn't give you enough credit for your performance in those losses?
My entire career, I've been the underdog. I've kind of been the dark horse in everything, and you know, that's fine. I keep fighting top opponents. I keep doing things, and I'm just, you know, I've been slowly climbing and just having fun through it all. I have what I need for me. I have there's some great fans out there who truly support me. I have a phenomenal family. I have coaches who truly believe in me and teammates who are always there. And for me, that's all I need. And just to go out there, I have a passion in my heart, and I'm just tracing it, and I feel grateful and blessed to have this opportunity. So, you know, I mean, I'm going to continue doing what I do and getting top fights, and I never turn down anything that comes my way, so.
Nice. With all that said, I mean, all the support you have, I mean, along the way, were there moments where you're like, I don't know if this is worth it, or like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back in there?
You know, like I said, I mean, I've climbed so many obstacles. The past 2 years it was hard on me emotionally. I finally stepped back after the Denver fight. I can't even look back and remember a piece of that. I, like, honestly, just personally shouldn't have even been in there. It didn't come down to, like, my performance or anything. I was having a lot of health issues. After I fought Misha, I went into multiple surgeries, and it just felt like, you know, I came back and I came into a top profile fight with Amanda. But even before I got to fully recover from my surgeries, it was like I jumped in there and then I broke my leg. And, you know, it was me pushing myself to get back out there just because I was antsy. I wanted to do what I absolutely love, and I wasn't ready for any of them. I needed to take more time. I needed to listen to my body and do things right. So this time around, you know, after I fought Jermaine, I was like, I seriously need to reset, and that's where I was at the crossroad. It was either I walk away and just, you know, that's it. I had a good run, or, you know what, I dig within myself and I see where I truly want to go, and truth is, I'm not done. I feel like I'm just getting started and I'm having fun again.
What convinced you when you came to that crossroads? What convinced you to say, no, we're gonna carry on?
It was my mind and it was my heart, and it was just, you know, talking to the ones around me who mean the most and just listening to what they had to say. It was kind of, you know, stepping back and just thinking within myself. You know, I learned along the way somewhere, I started doing a lot of guest speakings, and I'm a high school gymnastics coach, and I can sit here and give all these motivational speeches and do everything, but I wasn't taking my own advice, and I was kind of throwing it down the drain, and I was like, you know what, like, this is still in me, and I still have a lot to give. So that's when I decided to turn it around. I got super serious when it came to my health, because first and foremost, that's what's important. And as soon as I figured that one out, I felt like myself again. And when I felt like myself again, there was the fun and there was the passion, and so the fire was relit.
Nice. Talk about your performance tonight. I mean, it's a little bit of a slow start maybe. I mean, obviously a very, very tough competitor as well, but you turned it up. You were able to clinch the last 2 rounds to take the win. So, I mean, what were your thoughts on your performance tonight?
You know, I wanted to go out there and just prove a point to myself. You know, I mean, she's known for her striking, and she's not a wuss. You know what I mean? She's tough. And everybody who's on this level, they deserve to be here for a reason. And so, you know, it was exciting to get back out there, and I've switched up a lot of things this camp, and it was just believing in myself. I was like, you know what, like, I'm going against a striker. Let's just try it out, striker. Let's see what we got. Believe in my hands, because I have power like no other. I have great hands. But the thing is I kept beating myself in my mind before lots of my fights. So I just wanted to go out there. I wanted to have fun. And I felt a little crazy before this one, because normally I'm like the crazy person back there with a ton of emotions going through it all. And this one, you know, I felt the shift. I felt where I truly believed in myself, and it was just going to be a good night.
That's awesome. Last thing for me, I'm sure you want to enjoy this moment. It's been a while since you had a win, but what do you want to do? I mean, is this something where you want to take your time, you don't want to rush back in there, or do you feel like you need to make up for lost time? I mean, give me that. What's the plan moving forward?
You know, obviously my ultimate goal is to continue to climb the ladder. I would like to get another fight before the year's over. We have plenty of time. I obviously want to take a little time off. It's been a 9-week camp, and I've just been grinding day in and day out. So I want to enjoy myself for like 2 weeks or so. It's my nephew's birthday tonight, or today, so I want to have time to celebrate with him, spend family time, enjoy life outside the gym again. just hit that reset button. And then I just want to get back out there and have fun with it.
Her range and movement were a lot to deal with. I saw you using some creative techniques to overcome that. The low kicks to stifle her movement. You were darting in really quickly, close the distance. What was the strategy going in? Obviously, you knew that was going to be a factor.
You know, I felt like wherever this fight went, that I would definitely be on top. It was just, like I said, it was believing in myself. We worked a lot with rangy opponents, so all my sparring partners were tall, they were lengthy, and we just worked getting past that and moving in. Obviously mixing it up high to low, low to high, and just constantly having you think or just believing in my hands. If I had to take one punch to give three, then all right, that's what we kind of did. So.
One more. You've talked about a lot of your trials and tribulations. How have you evolved as a fighter physically since your last couple fights?
You know, physically, I feel like I've definitely evolved. I went through a thyroid issue to where I shot up the heaviest I've ever been. I hit 170 no matter what I was doing in life, no matter what kind of diet I was doing, the cardio, just anything, nothing was working. So to go out there and kind of reset in that and just see the change with that, I mean, it was kind of that look good, feel good type thing. So I felt like an athlete again. I felt like I could move. And then I made some changes in my camp to where, you know, I had another striking coach, and he brought out the tools that I've had in there for a long time. He brought them back out. He helped me to believe in them. And then he added more tools to my toolbox. And then my wrestling coach, he's always been there from day one, and just, you know, he really helped me with that and believing in everything. And I kind of just put together this camp as far as like, I was going to make all the mistakes in the gym so that way I can go out there and just have fun and perform, because I've already messed it up a few times and now I've perfected it, and now we're just going to go showcase it.
Well, let's talk about that. You look like you were having a lot of fun in there, more so than we've seen in the past.
I was. Right before we got ready to walk out, I pulled my coach to the side and I was like, hey, I'm just going to take this for what it is, but I feel like I'm sparring the guys back home and the girls that I spar, and there's like not an ounce of emotion going through. Like, I'm just excited. I was genuinely smiling. I had zero nerves. Like, it was the weirdest feeling, because normally I just feel kind of batshit crazy walking out. Like, I'm jittery. I'm all like trying to get my breath under control, and just I learned how to be grateful again. I learned how to embrace the moment, and I just realized how truly blessed I am to have this opportunity, to have the talent to be where I'm at. So I just wanted to embrace the moment, and that's exactly what I did.
When were those thyroid issues you fought?
The thyroid issues?
Yeah, when was it?
I've been battling those. I got diagnosed about 3 months before I fought Amanda last May, and it just started getting worse. So I fought Amanda, and then, you know, I took some time off, and it just, you can see my body drastically changing. And then I took the fight against Jermaine, and I ended up missing weight, and it was just like, that was devastating for me, because I don't believe in that, and it's completely unprofessional. And the thing that bothered me the most is, you know, I'm way more disciplined than that, but literally my body was shutting down on me. There was nothing I can do, and that's when I was finally like, you know what, I need to get my health under control. I need to understand this. So I took 7 months off, and we underwent, I don't know how many tests. I felt like I just lived at the doctor's office to try to figure it out, and figured out that I had a parasite in my intestine. It was one thing after another, and I was like, all right, here goes multiple surgeries, here goes a broken leg, here goes this world title fight, here goes, it was just one thing after another. Now I have a parasite, now I have this thyroid issue, and I like really hit a frustrated point. I can't tell you, I spent endless hours just crying and frustrated, and I just wanted to be normal again. So once we actually figured that out, and I did a lot of research on my dieting and everything, what I could do to make different. And it was amazing how my body changed. I finally got off the thyroid medicine. I got off the other medicine I was on, and it just slowly started adapting. And then physically I just started changing. My body started dropping the weight, and that's where I knew.
What kind of diet are you on? Is it anything special, or just watching?
No, I eat like a rabbit. No, I'm just kidding. It's, I don't know. I mean, I eat a lot of chicken. I kind of cut back on red meat and stuff, but it's just your typical diet. The salads and spinach salads and protein shakes and stuff like that, but it's nothing special. It's just that my body is finally back to normal.
But no medication to keep it under control?
No medication.
Whew. How do you get rid of a parasite?
Listen, a whole lot of testing and a whole lot of weird things to do. No, I had to take some medicine for that, and then I had to do some other crazy personal things so.
Fair enough.
And is your nephew here?
He is. So my brother and them decided to surprise me. It's my little nephew. He's 3 years old, and his birthday is today. And so when we called and said that, they decided to change his birthday party for a couple weeks out. And he called me and was like, he told me, I thought he said he was going to buy a tractor. I couldn't understand him, but he told me he was going to Texas. So I started crying, and so that was a huge surprise for me and just a lot of motivation. Then right after that, my dad and my stepmom decided to surprise me. So this camp has been great. Like, everything that could have fell into place for me.
And your grandma, what's the update there? And is she back in Colorado Springs?
She is. She's cheering from home, and she's got out of the hospital. She had to have the hip surgery and whatnot, but that's where I get my fighting spirit from. She had that whole diabetic incident and almost went into a diabetic coma. And once we found her, got her in the hospital, got her stable, and then found out about the broken hip. She had the surgery the following morning, and then a day and a half later, she was out of the hospital back home, and she's back in the hospital trying to take care of my uncle. It was a rough weekend before actually coming out here because my baby cousin, who's 7 months old, he ended up in the hospital, and they were wanting to do a feeding tube and all this stuff. My uncle's been in the hospital battling something. My nana's been in the hospital. So I've had it's always challenges, always challenges.